There is nothing more terrifying in spaceflight than blind obedience. Not rebellion, not improvisation, not even incompetence. Blind obedience. Because today's story is about a space procedure that everyone followed perfectly, line by line, step by step, while absolutely nobody involved could explain why it existed in the first place. And when you combine unquestioned authority, exhausted professionals, and a procedure older than most of the team, you don't get safety. You get a slow, polite disaster that nobody feels responsible for. This procedure had history. It had been used before, approved before, reviewed before. No one knew exactly when it was written. No one remembered who authored it. But it had signatures. Lots of them. That's how procedures survive. Not because they're good, because they're old. Engineers trusted it because it was familiar. Managers trusted it because it was documented. Operators trusted it because it had never obviously failed. That last part is important. Old procedures feel safe for the same reason old furniture feels sturdy. They haven't collapsed yet. No one asks whether they were designed for. Current systems, new configurations, different environments. They ask one question only: has this ever caused a problem? If the answer is no, thinking stops. This mission didn't create the procedure. It inherited it, which is the most dangerous way to receive responsibility. The spacecraft was newer. The software was newer. The mission profile was different. The procedure was not. It had survived upgrades, redesigns, and organizational reshuffles like a stubborn fossil. And fossils don't adapt. On Operation Day, the procedure is followed. Every step is executed on time. Every checkbox is checked. Every confirmation is logged. The console reads complete. Everyone relaxes. Which is exactly when you shouldn't. Nothing breaks. That's the problem. Instead, the spacecraft behaves slightly differently. Not wrong. Not alarming. Just heavier. Responses feel slower. Margins feel tighter. Flexibility decreases. Operators feel it before data shows it. But feelings don't count in formal reviews. Someone says it. Another sentence that should come with a warning label. This is expected behavior. Expected by whom? Defined when? Based on what environment? Nobody checks. Because the procedure says this phase is normal, buried in the logic of the procedure is an assumption. It assumes a shorter mission duration, a different thermal profile, lower system coupling. Those assumptions were true once. They are no longer true. But procedures don't update themselves. As operations continue, the spacecraft begins compensating. It draws more power. It shifts thermal balance. It works harder to maintain stability. Not failing, just struggling politely. Polite struggles are easy to ignore because operators are trained to execute, not philosophize. They follow procedures. They trust documentation. They assume someone smarter validated this already, and someone probably did, years ago, for a different mission. The procedure locks the system into a configuration. That configuration was meant to be temporary, but no one questioned duration, because duration was never specified clearly. Until nominal conditions are achieved, nominal according to what? Whose definition? Which system? No one knows. Planning becomes harder. Schedules compress, margins shrink, options disappear. Nothing catastrophic, just constant inconvenience. Which is worse, because inconvenience is where complacency breeds. This sentence appears, the most dangerous sentence in any technical field, because it means we stop thinking here. Once a procedure is labeled standard, it becomes sacred. Questioning it feels like insubordination. Changing it feels risky. Rewriting it feels political. So everyone works around it instead. Workarounds grow. Complexity increases. Understanding decreases. Eventually, a maneuver underperforms. Not fails. Underperforms. Data quality drops. Timing slips. Objectives are partially met. The mission survives. But success is now conditional. A review is held. Slides are shown. Metrics discussed. Language carefully chosen. No one says, the procedure caused this. They say, operational constraints were tighter than expected, which is a sentence that explains nothing and assigns blame to no one. Someone finally asks, why do we do this step? The room goes quiet, because nobody can answer confidently. Someone traces the procedure back. Old documents, archived memos, legacy reviews, and the truth emerges. The procedure was created to mitigate a risk that no longer exists. That risk was removed years ago. The procedure remained. This is the humiliating part. The thing designed to protect the mission is now actively harming it, not dramatically, subtly, by locking the system into unnecessary constraints. Because nothing failed outright. Because procedures don't generate alarms. Because compliance feels like safety. And because no one gets promoted for deleting legacy steps. Fixing the issue isn't hard technically. It's hard organizationally. You have to admit the procedure is outdated, remove a standard step, convince people change won't cause blame. This takes courage and patience and meetings. After much debate, the procedure is revised, steps removed, conditions clarified, duration defined. Suddenly, margins improve, performance stabilizes, operations simplify. Nothing magical happened. They just stopped following instructions blindly. The difference is obvious, not subtle, not debatable. Everything becomes easier, which makes everyone uncomfortable because it proves the problem was human. Because everyone has done this. Everyone has followed a procedure they didn't understand. Everyone has trusted legacy logic. Everyone has assumed someone else validated it. And sometimes that assumption survives just long enough to cause damage. Procedures are memory. They remember past problems. They do not understand present ones. Treating procedures as intelligence is how progress stalls. Space does not respect tradition. Space does not honor documentation. Space only responds to physics. And physics does not care that a step was approved in 2009. This mission didn't fail because someone disobeyed. It suffered because nobody questioned. Because obedience replaced understanding. Because compliance replaced curiosity. If you cannot explain why a procedure exists, you have no business executing it. And space will eventually force you to explain it the hard way.